Spellbinders, welcome to Spellbinders Small Die of the Month. This is just the sweetest set for creating a nostalgic winter scene. It includes two cute little children, a snowman and a snowy tree. I'm going to be combining it with a sentiment from the Better Press Christmas Cheer Sentiment Set. I have all of my die cutting done and everything is laid out, so I'm going to go ahead and put things together. For the children, I've used a combination of Tuscan, fern, and truffle cardstock. And I'll start off with this little guy. There are etched lines to indicate where to position the bottom of the coat onto the legs. And then I'm going to get the fern colored mitts in place. Next, I will attach the head, and that will sit underneath the top of the coat, lining it up to the etched line that is on the head die cut. We'll pop the hat in place, and again there's a little etched line indicating where the line of the face is. On goes the pom-pom onto the toque, as we call them in Canada. And the scarf has two pieces, the tails and the wrapped area around the neck is layered to give it some nice dimension. And again, there is an etched line. And we'll finish off with the little boots. So one boot is a little bit shorter than the other, so I have to make sure that I get the right boot on the right foot. And isn't that cute? Okay, on to the second little guy. Again, I'll start off by attaching the jacket. These are quick and easy to put together. His head will tuck underneath the top of the coat. Etched lines lined up to that outer edge. And like the other toque, going to fit in so that there's just a little bit of the face showing. The toque is finished off with a pom-pom. On goes the mitts. And the die cut for the boots is one die cut. This goes together so quickly and it's so sweet, just nostalgic looking, which is why I chose the colors that I did. They just look so earthy and vintage to me. And there's our two children. We'll go ahead and adhere the snowy drifts to the tree. And I'll just show you that this is the base of the tree. And this one cuts all of the snow drifts out at the same time. It's like a little puzzle with all of its squiggly etched lines. Start at the top and work my way down, lining up each die cut putting together the snowman. So the snowman comes with an outline die, which I used on its own to cut the black cardstock because I wanted the details for the eyes and the buttons to be black. And then I used this die, which cuts out the buttons, the eyes, and leaves the impression for the nose in conjunction with the outline die out of white cardstock. Make sure, there we go. Okay, so at the top of this oval, there is a flatter piece which aligns with the top of the snowman's belly. Put your adhesive on. His head onto his body. Cut nose out of carrot cardstock. I'll just put a little, that's actually a bit too much adhesive. Just tap it off with my finger as per normal. Just get that lined up with the etched outline. The arms will be attached to the back of the body. And so just go ahead and dot the ends with adhesive and pop the body on top, and then I'll just make a little bit of an adjustment. So comes with a little set of circle dies, which you could use for ornaments on the tree, but I'm going to use them for snowballs. So we'll leave those there. And then there's a landscape die, and I have cut a piece, an A2 sized piece of windy cardstock with that die. And I'm going to go ahead and add some ink to it. Start with the bottom. And I'm going to add in some white ink just along the top. Now for my sky, I'm going to create an ink blended background. Where I live, it is already starting to get dark early in the evening. So I'm going to create a dusky evening, wintry sky. Just go around the perimeter with faded jeans, just lightly building up the color. To add in the fossilized amber right at the base, a touch of ripe persimmon. Now we'll get those blended together. My sponge is doing some weird, making some weird marks. I'm going to switch it. Now I'll go back to the faded jeans. just going to soften up this. Oh, shouldn't I use that sponge? I'm going to use blending brushes to add in some shadows. Soften that blue with the white, and I'm going to go ahead and as I do my shadows for each of these elements, I'm going to here build. Next, I will pop on the snowman. Here I'm in place. And then this little boy is going to be standing in front of the side of the snowman. So do some footprints there. Because these pieces are overlapping one another, they're just naturally building up dimension. Just going to add some adhesive just along the side of his coat. And then our last little guy. Is going to sit right there. So before I attach him, I am going to pop a snowman. This guy is ready for the snowball fight. So I'm going to start building his little mound of snowballs. There we go. Oops, that little piece got caught by the glue of the tree, which won't matter. This wiped up. We're going to spatter panels. And get lots of snow on there because there is nothing like being outside on a cold, crisp winter's night with snow coming down. It is now dry, so go ahead and adhere the sky first to the card base. Just a hair narrower than the card base, so I'm going to trim that off. And I put a little bit of foam tape on the back of the tree. There we go. Okay. I'm going to line that up to the bottom of my card base. And then I'm going to finish it off with this sentiment, which has been letterpressed with black Better Press ink, and again, this was from the Christmas Cheer Sentiment press plate set. I've used the coordinating die to not only cut the sentiment, but also some black foam. So I'll stack that. A sweet, nostalgic, wintry evening scene. Hope that you enjoyed this video featuring Spellbinders Die of the Month. It is just adorable. I love it, and I know you will too. Thank you so much for joining me.